Hello everyone and welcome back to Amity Bloom. My name is Nazi and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 3 sets of new fabric washi tape that will be in the shop today at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have been working on these packs, and yes, I did say packs, we have more than one. A little sneaky peek up there, but we have been working on them for more than a month now. I know you guys have been wanting a restock of some new floral washi tape, and it's finally here. I think there's no better way to represent the beauty other than sharing with you how I personally use it. And one of them is as tags. So here I have 2 tags. Let me show you on this page right here. As you can see, we have vintage music paper, tea-stained paper in the back, and then vintage papers collaged. When you mix vintage papers with the colorful floral fabric washi, you get that beautiful pop of color, but you can control it depending on how vintage you want it to look like. These were the 2 tags that I ended up making. I used my fabric washi here, scallop square, to add a little bit more interest of color. I stitched it all around with contrast stitching, and I just stamped Bloom. So the fabric washi isn't supposed to just be for bright, colorful journals or for projects that just use bright color. You can use it in vintage styles as well. With this one, I just took a stamp, a script stamp, and then I added a little bit of fabric washi here, and it just gives that extra pop of color that's completely different than this one. You have 2 different types of fabrics. They're both florals, they're both washi, but you get 2 different types of looks. And you can even put these on the side of a page and make a little tip in, and then put your journaling on the back. This is just to show you how easily you can use the fabric washi to blend into your tea-stained, your vintage papers. Let me put my journal aside while I share this with you. But this is my little mini traveler's notebook. It measures, and just so that you guys can see how small it is, 1.5 by 2.5 inches. So mini, itty bitty, adorable, so cute. And when you open it up, I have some inserts in here, and one of my inserts I decorated with fabric washi. I took my notebook out of the elastic so I could show you. This is how the insert looked like, just plain pages. I used one of our scallop squares, so just like this. As you can see, it's the perfect size to wrap around an insert. And I chose this beautiful, beautiful fabric washi that's included in one of our sets. And when you open up the insert, it says Amity Bloom Fabric Washi 2019. The purpose of my mini TN is to track and kind of keep a scrapbook of the fabric washis that my mom and I create together, the combinations that we choose, some of our favorites. So here I just say blue and pink are my favorite color combination, and that you can layer the fabric washis together pretty easily without adding too much bulk. Here is my mom's favorite fabric washi from this collection. She loves the color blue, and she also loved this one. You can also take scrapbooking tags pre-made. Use your fabric washi to just alter it, decorate it a little bit. Takes a second to peel it and glue it down. No cutting, no gluing is required. Then you can just simply put some scrap paper right on top and write a thank you, a for you card, or do some journaling on the back or on the front. There is a list of possibilities with how you can use fabric washi tape. And if you take the time to purchase one of our fabric washi tapes, I want to give you guys all of the inspiration that you need in order to use it in so many different ways. And believe me, it will become one of your favorite, if not your favorite, products to use in your journals. As you can see, these 3 are new. This one's already in the shop. This one, we have the same packaging, but different fabrics of our original fabric washi that you guys fell in love with. And these are the newest edition with new packaging. You guys already know this one. I dedicated a full video to this. So let's focus on the new sets. So this one, as you can see, the packaging is exactly the same as our first ever fabric washi tape that we released. I do have the packaging as well as the strips and scallop squares right here next to me, just to save time and because I don't want to open up a brand new package. these are all of the strips. You get 11 strips, just like always. I wanted to bring back this color scheme because not only did I love the packaging, but I loved the colors. They remind me of feed sacks, of the floral feed sacks, and I was able to get this one back again. This is my ultimate favorite. So I was able to restock the same fabric washi that was in the original, but all the other fabric washi strips and scallop squares are completely new fabrics to this color palette. So if you were one of the people that fell in love with the first pack that we came out with, I honestly think it's even better than the first one that we created just because of the floral fabrics that I was able to purchase. This one is the same washi that I used in my traveler's notebook, my little mini traveler's notebook. And of course, with any fabric washi from Amity Bloom, you always get a coordinating scallop square with the strip. And that's what I think makes our washi tapes packs so usable and so different, because you can really use them for so many ways. So here is the packaging card, your scallop squares, and your washi strips. And the packaging is the original packaging, and there is nothing on the back. And the reason why I mention that is because with the new set of fabric washi, we have upgraded the packaging. And I can't wait to show you. So let's move on to the other fabric washi that will be in the shop with its sister. Moving on to this one, as you can see, this color palette is my favorite color combination on the planet. Pink, purple, and blue, those are my family colors, and I wanted to create a berry toned washi set for so long. I love purples, I love pinks, I love blues, and I tried my hardest to coordinate the fabrics so that they all look beautiful. I wanted to call this one Berry Blossom because you'll notice there's lots of fabrics that have little berries. So let's start looking at all of the fabrics and the packaging. This is the new and upgraded packaging that I designed for the fabric washi tape. As you can see, it's the same postcard, same size, but this time in the center and for now on, I wanted you guys to feel like you were opening up a present that was made specially for you. I pride myself on making good quality and beautiful things, but I want to make things with meaning, things that touch your soul, just like it touches my soul to make it. And to make it more personal for you all, I'm going to start putting a phrase in the center as like a little surprise so that if you look at it like this, you wouldn't even know. But when you take out the fabric washi strips, this is your surprise and it's for you. It's a message from me to you. And this message on the berry blossom, it says, when a flower doesn't bloom, you fix the environment in which it grows, not the flower. Could not have picked a better quote for the theme. And are you guys ready? On the back, you have a postcard. I was able to talk to my manufacturer and get the vintage postcard image printed on the back, completely matte so that you can take your pen, you could put an image here, you can journal over here, you can even send this to someone. It's an actual postcard. All you have to do is put your stamp, who it's going for, and a little message. Imagine, it's an actual postcard, so you can even send this to a friend. Let's say you pick up one washi tape for yourself and you want to gift another to a friend. Perhaps put a little fabric washi on the side and write her address. It's just, there's so many possibilities with this. And I also designed it so that your fabric washi strips fit perfectly into the stamp section. So you can cut a little snippet off your fabric washi and it fits perfectly into your stamp so that you use your fabric washi on your postcard as well. And my personal favorite way of using it, of course, is always in my journal. You do not have to tell me twice to put a postcard in my journal. My favorite way, of course, is not covering up neither the front nor the back, since now you can write on the back. With the old design, you had the design on front and then nothing on the back. But this time, you have both sides that you're able to use. So I would choose to use both of them and just create a little tip-in. You could even use some fabric to create a little hinge on the side of your page. Like, the possibilities are endless, and I wanted to create the best packaging possible that was meaningful, that was a surprise, that made you put a smile on your face no matter how your day was going when you received this package. I wanted you to feel like it was a gift from me to you. And I'm really happy that I was able to do this. So if you look at the washi tape, beautiful magenta purples, different types of florals, different types of tones of pink, purple, and blue. I put some red in there because it coordinates with the pink and the purple beautifully. The reason why I called it berry blossom is because these look like little berries. This one has some berries on it. We have some strawberries, blueberries, and let me grab a scallop square to show you. This one looks like watercolored florals. I love that one. This one with the small little florals. It's so beautiful. You also get some little Bodhi birds, but this one, oh my gosh, this reminds me of a retro feed sack that I have in my collection. And you get little cherries, little apples, blueberries, and of course strawberries. Love this one so much. This one looks like a lotus flower with the blue. This one is the matching strip. I take my time on creating the color palettes so that everything matches and looks beautifully together. So this one is the Berry Blossom. This one is the next fabric washi set. As you can see, the color palette is completely different than the Berry Blossom. My goal was to give you guys a different color palette and story with every single pack. This one, even though it does have some pinks, some yellows, greens, it does not compare with the first one that you saw, which is the blues, the reds, the greens, the yellows. Same colors, different color tones, and completely different styles. This one's more rainbow. This one's more of a vintage floral. The color palette is pinks, greens, blues, and yellows, as you can see. A beautiful vintage set. If you love vintage florals, this set is completely for you. As you can see, this is the packaging, and then these are the fabric washi strips. You can really see the color palette a lot better when they're all spread out. Of course, they all have the matching scallop square with the strip. I wanted this one to scream spring, and I think the colors really delivered on that. I wanted to give you guys some bigger florals, some background patterns that you can use to then put a fabric washi strip on top, and it gives more dimension, and you can collage them perfectly together. Every fabric washi in this pack matches perfectly and beautifully with its coordinating sister. And I like to call them sisters because they're all a fun little family. This was the design that I ended up creating, and then for the phrase, it says, "Happiness blooms where seeds of love and joy are planted." Couldn't have been more true. Both of the phrases that are included in this one and in the berry blossom, they have to do with blooming. Of course, the word blooming is so special, not only for the name of my business and my brand, but for my belief. The belief of blooming within yourself first, and then your creativity will bloom after. Without being happy with yourself, you will never bloom, which is why happiness is the core of what blooms the seeds of love and joy that you give to the world, and love and joy that you give to yourself. The phrase is just so meaningful to me, and I hope it touches your heart as well. And of course, on the back, you get that vintage postcard image, just like with the berry blossom. And taking a look at the scallop squares, you can see they all coordinate with the strips. So beautiful, so colorful, absolutely darling. And I'm so excited to be able to cultivate a pack with a color story with floral fabrics. This is such a product of love from myself and my mother. Every single fabric washi strip has touched our hands. So this is the last and final fabric washi tape set. Let me put all of them right out in front of you so that you can see them in all their floral glory. These three will be going up in the shop tonight. This one's already in the shop. And these two have the new postcard design on the back, as well as the phrase and quote in the center. If you guys are like me and you can't choose and you pick one of every pack when you're checking out, I want to give back to you because I create these packs so that you fall in love with at least one of them. One of them is your colors, one of them you see yourself using and you love. But when there's people that purchase all of them, you're letting me know that you love everything that I create and you support everything that I make. And that really touches my heart in so many ways. And in order to give back and say thank you personally from me to you, those who purchase one of every pack, so these four that you see here, will be getting a 15% off their entire purchase. I will try to get that set up on Etsy, and if for some reason I'm having problems, I will refund it back manually to you, just as a thank you from me to you for letting you know how much I appreciate the support that you give me and the support for the products that we take a lot of time to create and that we hope that you guys love. So that is some fun news for those of you who can't choose a favorite and would love to pick all of them. I really hope that you guys loved this video. These are all of the different sets that you will be getting. I really hope that you guys enjoyed every single part of this video, from seeing how I use my fabric washi tape to give you some inspirational ideas, and to see all of the packs that will be included in the shop, the different color stories, the different styles, the meaning behind them with the phrases, the new upgraded packaging, just all of it. I want to say thank you so much. So from the bottom of my heart and my mother's, we wish that everyone has an amazing day of peace and love, and I look forward to seeing you guys very soon. Bye-bye!